Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So it is Whale Song Week. I love this kit. It's so beautiful and I really wanted to let it speak for itself, so I haven't gone too over the top. So let's jump into this decoration. Okay, so we're not going to be anywhere near as complicated as last week. I really want to let this kit sort of almost speak for itself because it is just so beautiful. So what I'm going to do first is I want to get the thick washi and have that right along the top. Just means it's going to make Monday and Friday a little bit smaller, but that's okay. So I'm just going to stick these together just using a little bit of tape first, which I've just put on myself so that it takes off some of the tack. I'm just going to stick these together and picked up the dog hair. And then we're just going to run this in one full line. I'm just going to double check while I put it down if you can see the day through it, because I have a feeling you're going to... Yeah, you are. Okay, so because of that, I'm just going to take that up. I'm just going to put a little bit of tape, correction tape down first. So I'm just going to cover the May and the day of the week. Okay, so I've whited out those and then I'm just going to put the whales down. I'm just going to try and find a spot where I don't mind cutting it. So I always find it easier to flip this up this way when I'm using the top. Please also excuse my slightly stuffy nose. It's not quite liking me today. So this is the downside to doing this in one big go, is that you kind of have to sort of start at one end and then push down and then keep going. It's sort of a bit complicated, and I'm probably going to go just a little bit over the top of the page, but I think that's okay. Then we're just going to cut off all of the excess. Also going to cut, so I'm going to take off this little bit of tape first. Just try to do it without doing any damage to the paper, which actually worked. And then just one quick snip down here. There we go. So that keeps that continuous thing going, which looks really good. And then we'll just cut off the excess on the side. There is a little bit of excess on the top, so it comes down to what you want to do, if you want to trim it off or not. There's not enough there for me to worry about, so I'm going to leave it. That side's a little bit different, but I'm still going to leave it. That way you keep the same shape. Okay, so for the bottom, I'm going to do a pocket this week, which I haven't done in a while, but I know I've done with this kind of kit before. But it doesn't matter how many times I stop looking at this or start looking at this. This combination of of paper and the acetate just looks too pretty to not use like this. So I'm going to cut a bit of the paper so it sits along here, and then put this over the top as a pocket. I just think it's going to look really pretty. So I'm going to trim first how much I need down this way, which really scares me because this is such a beautiful piece of paper on the other side. I feel bad wasting it, but the good thing is if I use this side, I still have the mermaid to use later. So I'm just going to mark that gently. Then I'm just going to grab in my trimmer and just cut that down the edge, down the line that I've just marked. See, I rescued the mermaid. I can still use that for something else. So I think I want the scales to sit that way. Oops, I'm on the wrong page. That was lucky. I think I want the scales to sit this way. So that way the acetate can sit this way, so the scales face down. But what I'm going to do with the scales is have them sit a little bit, like have them still sit there, but I'm going to cut a little bit of this using my dial trimmer so that I've got the wave shape. So it'll be a pocket and then there'll be an acetate pocket on the front. So it'll be sort of twice over. Okay, so I'm going to stick this down first. So I'm just going to mark out where I want it to sit. And I just want it to sit just a little bit above sort of where the bits and pieces line is. So I'm just going to put that there. And we're going to stick that down like a pocket. I'm just thinking I might do the acetate and get that stuck first and then do the next bit, because that way it's sort of one pocket to get stuck down. So this is where we might not waste any acetate, but it just might be a little bit of lining it up. So there's just going to be a little bit left over. So that's where I want it to sit. So because of that, I'm just going to washi tape this down so it doesn't move off that spot. I'm just going to use some of the offcuts. The paper and the acetate don't 100% match up, but they're pretty close. So then when it comes to actually cutting the acetate, I think what I'm going to do is trim out the bit I want and then trim it from there so I don't waste as much. I'm still going to waste some, but hopefully this doesn't waste as much as it could if I just sort of cut it down the middle. Then the acetate needs to be cut at the bottom to match up with the pocket. So with acetate, if you're using your trimmer, always sort of go over a couple of times. Acetate's just a bit thicker than normal cardboard, so it sort of sometimes doesn't work as nicely. And then just trim the sides as well so that they're the same. Just making sure you keep that acetate in the same spot. I'm actually just going to add a little bit more washi tape because I just cut through that other bit. Trying not to cut the paper as much as I can because I know I was right on the edge of making it fit. Okay, and then we've got our pocket, we've got the plastic, we've got everything where we want it. Now we're just going to cut off a little bit at the top of the acetate only, which is then going to give us the little wave extra bit. I'm just taking off all of the washi. I like using washi on acetate because it doesn't do any damage. So I'm just grabbing my dial trimmer in and I'm just going to make sure this is sitting. I'm using the little waves, not the big waves. And then I'm just making sure that's straight, and I'm going to hold this really still because we all know the issues that I've had with this. And I'm just going to go in one fell swoop. I'm pushing really hard because I need it to do it in one cut. And then the fact that I was holding that straight, I hope will work. So here comes the moment of truth when we put it back on and it lines up perfectly. Yay! That makes me happy. So that's where it's going to sit, and then we've got two kind of pockets. You can put things behind this one, or you can put it in the little acetate pocket at the top. So I'm going to put this on first and then we'll put the other bit. Oh, actually, we'll do it together. Now the only other thing we've got to do here is I need to work out how I'm going to stick this down, because if I use glue dots, you're going to see the glue dots. I'm just thinking, would washi tape look silly? Good thing you can do is you don't need to rely on the washi tape to actually be the thing sticking it together. You can use the washi to kind of hide the fact you've used the glue. I'm just grabbing in a piece of scrap paper first, and I'm going to use glue to stick it down. So I'm grabbing this one. This one's from Kmart, I think. So I'm going to use the glue tape to stick it down, and then we'll find a way to hide it afterwards. So I'm just putting that down as a pocket kind of strip, not too thick. So you're going to be able to see in a second that you can see the glue, but we'll find a way to hide that afterwards. I didn't use my dots though, which makes it a little bit less noticeable. Just lining that up. Oh, actually, that glue is basically, I can't see it. So I'm not even going to cover up. You can when you hold it on that angle, but when it's flat, you actually can't see it. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the pocket on the back, but I'm going to use my normal glue dots. A bit of scrap off. Okay, somehow here I've ended up with a little bit of space on the side. So what I'm going to do on the other side of the page, I'm actually going to use some of this washi to kind of come across. So I'm actually going to use a little strip of this on the edge here to just sort of hide this gap. So I'm just going to place it. I'm going to go that way. So I'm just going to place this on the side and just up as high as this goes. So I don't want to go like this way, which would obviously use less washi tape, because then the scales on the other side will look silly. Straight on the bottom, but there's still a bit of give in that, so I can adjust it. I just pushed it up and it's enough. And there's our little pocket. I'm going to stick when we get over here, I'm going to stick down, I'll put a little sticker in that corner. So I'm going to punch the holes out really quick because that's the next sort of complicated bit, and then we can sort of see the pocket in all its glory. There's our gorgeous little pocket, and like I said, it then works as a double. I'm moving that out of the way. So if we get the quote cards, and I know this kit does come with a pocket, so I could have just used that, but I like the fact that I can use the acetate, so I can put this one if I wanted to sort of there, and then I could put another one back here, so that you sort of get this two-toned kind of thing. And I'm going to use a couple of die cuts in here to kind of give that a bit more of a finish. But I am going to use one of these quote cards actually as where I'm going to put my footy details this week. So I'm just going to put them on the back of the quote card, but I'm just going to decorate the back so that it doesn't look quite so simple. So because the quote cards I don't have any sort of really plain kind of paper this month. It's all rather expertly, that's not the right word. It is all very extravagant, I guess is a good one. There's no real plain one to write on. What I'm going to do is cover this whole thing with the washi tape. I'm going to cover it with this gorgeous scale washi, and then put just a piece of white paper on the back, or a bit of coloured paper on the back to kind of give it a bit more. So this ends up being like a border. So because of that, you only really have to go, depends on how much you want to do. I'm just going to go straight down because it's just easier, I think. Plus I love this washi, it's just so pretty. So just going to peel this up gently and cut off all the excess washi. Whoops, I knew I was going to drop a bit. Alright, I was going to use just plain white, but I don't think it's going to work. I think it's going to be too stark a difference. So I'm actually going to trim this little backing card up and use that, because it does have a little bit of, it has a little bit, but then you still get the cool of the washi behind it, so it'll be fine. So I'm just going to mark that out on here, because then I can just cut it just a little bit smaller. I just want to make sure I get this corner, because I want the little corner of the coral. You got to cut it a little bit smaller, don't forget. Can measure if you want to. I'm just not the measuring kind. I'm actually going to cut that just a little bit smaller. So I'm going to mount that on there and then put my footy details on, and I'll be right back. Okay, so they're all written in. I just want to put a title at the top. So I'm just grabbing the stickers. So this is just the regular kit. No, I'm not getting the extra kit. I'm going to use this one here. This sort of little wipey one there. And we'll just write the round on there. So it's round 10, round 8. And then just to give it a little bit of extra something, and because I've got all the stickers out anyway, I'm just going to get one of the little mini girls. And get this little mini mermaid. Just put her on the side there. So there's our little footy card, which can sit wherever I want it to, really. Sit that there for now. Actually, I'll probably move it off to the side in a second so that I can continue to work around it. Okay, so we need to put some more washi down on this bottom. So we went that way, I think. No, we didn't. We went the other way. I knew that. So I'm going to go and put that on the bottom. And I'm going to give this whole page a rub because it's a little bit dirty. I do try really hard to keep my pages clean, but it doesn't quite ever seem to work. Then we're going to put all the date covers in. So I'm going to use, I'm just keeping the single set out of the way. I think I don't want to use the pink, I don't want to use the grey. I think I'm going to use the blue and put those in and cover all the days up. And I'm going to use, and I'm so excited to use these, the numbers that come in the kit now. So that'll add in a little bit of the pink and bits and pieces. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. What I'm going to do with the ones that are on Mondays are going to stay on the top there. The Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are going to cover them up. So it'll be in the same order. It's just obviously that the Monday and the Friday have got a little bit smaller. So I'm just going to put that down first, and I'll just show you sort of how I put the numbers in. So I'm going to put the number at the end. It doesn't really matter where you put it. You could put it at the start if you wanted. I just want to see what it, yeah, no, it looks good. I thought it would look really funny sitting there, but it doesn't. It looks good. So I'm just going to continue that down the page. Alright, so all the days and dates are in. Now we get to put some stickers down. So I definitely want to use one of these ones. So this one, I just want to work out where I'm going to put it. And I'm going to use one of the bottles for my expected mail. That's definitely a gonna happen kind of thing. I'm leaving that quote card there because I want to be able to see where it's sitting, because that's my happy spot for it. Before I keep going, I'm going to grab a die cut to put in there as well. So I definitely want one of them. I think I'm very tempted to use the turtle, but I think he might be just the wrong shape, the wrong size. So maybe not the turtle. I want to use the girl. Maybe the little sea star in there would look cute. Yes, it would. I'm going to put the sea star in there. And then, there it is. I'm also going to stick the little sand dollar in there as well. So that's sort of the two there. And we're going to grab this one with the expected mail, and that's going to sit. Hold on, before I do that, I just want to grab the boxes and just see if there's one I want to use. So the problem that I've got is that I've obviously used up extra space at the top, and then on this side extra space at the bottom. I really want to use this ocean one. It's speaking to me. And I'm going to put it on Thursday because Thursday's my day. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to put it on Tuesday. I was going to say Thursday because it's my day off, but that's actually the day that I end up needing to write more in. So I'm just going to put that down on Tuesday. And then I can fit my expected mail in here somewhere as well. That just looks so pretty. The expected mail. Maybe put that over on this side with the little bottle just sort of sitting up a little bit. So it's just going to sit up on the whale. Okay, and then we need to put in some other little bits. I really want to use that sea dragon. I want to put in a couple of the musical notes. I'm going to stamp in a couple of others just around the place, and then I'm dying to use this coral bit because it just is so intricate and so pretty. That I'm going to put on Thursday. And I'm just going to go a little bit over the washi. Oh, that's just magic. So I'm going to put these music notes over here as well. Because we've already got those ones there, I'm just going to have them sitting just here. And then while I'm going with the music notes, I want to add in a couple of the stamped ones. So I've just grabbed my stamps. I think I want to use these too. I just need to see which colour sort of suits it better. So I'm just going to grab this one to start with, my block. Oh, that's nearly a perfect match. definitely using Plum. So I just want to put a couple of just stamped ones in just around the place. I'll grab one of the other ones or some of the smaller ones as well. Nearly there. Just needs a couple of extra little stickers. So I'm going to use these little minis to kind of signify a couple of things. So there's a little one here with a birthday cake. And it is my friend's birthday on, and I don't remember. I took the little stickery thing off so I wouldn't get it in the way, and now I've forgotten. The 11th. So I'm going to put that little cutie on that side, and then I can write Brenton's birthday in there. And then we've got the gym on. Oh, that's so cute. So I'm actually going to use this little one at the top here because that's going to be my expected mail bottle. So it's got a little girl with the mail. And then I'm 90% sure we're going to the gym on Wednesday night. So I'm going to put the little gym girl on Wednesday, but if I need to move her, I can. I have the little sleepy girl on Thursday because Thursday is my day off. So I'm going to put her, and then I'm just going to grab a day off sticker. I just have one sitting in the back of here, so I'll just grab that one. I'm going to put a day off sticker on Sunday as well because that's my day off too. And then I think that's it. Although I really do want to put this little fat whale just because it's really super cute and I like it. I feel like I need a quote. I haven't got one and it feels weird. I'm going to leave it like that. I think that looks really cool. I love that pocket. That really has worked out beautifully. And it means if I do need to add lists or anything else, it's actually really easy to do. I haven't gone too over the top, although it does kind of look a little over the top. I'll admit that back's probably my favourite with all that washi. It just looks gorgeous. So let me know what you think down below. Did you like it? Did I go over the top? Is something not quite right? Let me know, or you can find me on any of my social medias. If there's anything else from this kit you would like to see me use in a project, please let me know down below or on socials as well. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and subscribe to my channel for other Planners Anonymous goodies. Hope you guys have the best week, and I will see you again tomorrow. Sending lots of huggles. Bye! Hey guys, I forgot something. I forgot to put my Game of Thrones sticker in. Damn it! So I was going to put that in really quick. Just put this up the top here. It's actually going to fit in there really nicely, actually. Doesn't look too over the top. Now I'm done. See you tomorrow.